The purpose of this ravishing tale is to illustrate a man's upbringing from a worn-out criminal slave into a king and defender of his kingdom. The story was originally orally passed down through generations and then was written onto stone. "This is insane! Why must you be so cruel?" screamed Namzu, a man who was put into slavery from war. The slave owner of Namzu, however, did not flinch, a man of cold heart. Namzu's fury, however, did not relent. He went on ranting over his hardships with liberal reward and non-existent mishaps with harsh punishment. Through Namzu's anger, the slave owner stated with cold eyes, "I provide a food and a roof. You have been given quite enough, you pig. You are grateful to be here alive, then be dead with your fellow weak war mates. You are a war criminal who is now my slave. Enough said." Namzu then realized what set him off. The slave owner was not human that he seemed, a monster of deception, a beast in disguise. With a quick flash of light, Namzu's eyes grew cold. With the intent of a killer, Namzu clenched his hands, rolled back his arm, and sucker punched the beast full power. Namzu was a man built of seemingly limitless strength, with the height of a building and the voice of a lion. Thus, the punch brought the man to show its real form. Waha! Clever Namzu. He seemed to not be the feeble sheep of Lagash. With each attack and slash from the beast, Namzu did not flinch. He realized all the unjust the monster had done. With a deep breath, Namzu rolled back his left leg and began a flurry of kicks, which the boxer could not keep up with. The beast then had fallen, begging for forgiveness. However, Namzu was not content. He grabbed the beast's fleeing body and executed him with a final blow that was heard 300 leagues away. Namzu's senses came back. His legs and arms began to quiver. He knew Hammurabi's code. He understood the punishment. Death would be inevitable. Through Namzu's quick wits and impeccable speed, he went straight to the shore. He knew that if he was quick enough, he could reach to the shore and flee toward the ships. Namzu stole the ships. He made himself as a slave. A lady present within the ship, who claims to be Anu, the goddess who's chosen Namzu as a man destined for greatness. Anu then gave Namzu a bag of enlil and a map filled with cuneiforms and images. This ally set way Namzu to his quest of glory.
The bag of enlil was guiding him through the Tigris River, which is rumored to have many beasts lurking within, including the deranged dragon named Abzumat, guardian of the Tigris River, monstrous offspring of Tiamat and Abzu, the gods of fresh and salt water respectively. Abzumat recently has been causing trouble in a nearby village. Through the creation of immense floods, he watched his people scream in agony as their homes are destroyed. The attempt of walls and trenches proved to be futile. For the immense floods to cease, Abzumat must be slain by the hands of a warrior. When the villagers saw Namzu's breathtaking physique, they begged for his assistance. Namzu rejected their call for help, for he was on a quest and had no time for silly requests. He ordered the bag of winds to keep going, but it didn't do anything. The villagers mocked him for talking to a bag. "Is this what you want, Anu? Make me look like a madman in a village filled with peasants? Fine, I shall help you with your troubles. Point me to the cavern at which this monster sleeps," he said to the villagers. "He lurks in a meadow at the heart of the forest on the other side of the river. Here is a sword of bronze to assist your slaying of the dragon." With his incredible speed, Namzu searched the forest and found Abzumat in a mere 10 minutes, seemingly supernatural. The dragon was asleep. Namzu had a clear shot to killing the beast. "Wake up, foul demon! I could kill you right now, but I would rather give my opponent an equal opportunity to test my strength." Abzumat launched Namzu to a tree, almost paralyzing him. "You must be asking for death if you wake me from my slumber. You could have killed me, but through your arrogance I am awoken. The price of your decision is death." As Namzu stood up, Abzumat launched himself at him. Namzu then struck Abzumat's throat as he was landing. The sword broke in half. "A mere sword of bronze will not be able to pierce my skin. My skills are hard and impossible to penetrate." Abzumat then quickly launched towards Namzu, going for a bite, but Namzu is quick enough to avoid his attacks. As Abzamat opened his jaws for a fatal blow, Namzu struck the remains of his sword inside the dragon's mouth, piercing his skull. Abzamat, begging for mercy, is then slain through a swift strike. Namzu headed towards the village. As he was crossing the river, Tiamat came out of the river. Namzu prepared for battle with the mother of the beast, but Tiamat was grateful for killing her deranged son. As a reward, Tiamat gave Namzu a sword made of the scales of Abzamat.
After his battle against the dragon Abismat, Namzu arrives at a grand and imposing city, Nineveh. This kingdom seems quite lavish. Do not assume, for what may seem bold on the outside can be rotten inside, said a man clad in a robe, sitting awry in the darkness. Namzu did not understand the man's words, for he was still utterly naive, and continued on his merry way, marveling at the amazing sights and architecture that this city contained. He passed by a massive ziggurat, numerous canals, a library with thousands of clay tablets, various shrines to Ishtar, and a grand and imposing palace. Namzu wandered deep into the kingdom, where he discovered the meaning of the man's words. Although bright and cheery on the outside, greed and corruption plagued the city's nobles. The king Irara was there, in the process of disfiguring a commoner's eye. Namzu screamed, "Stop, for he does not deserve such cruel and unusual punishment." Irara replied, "He has broken Hammurabi's code by marring someone else's eyes, so his eye shall too be taken." Namzu was then grabbed, and he struggled, but to no avail, and was knocked unconscious by a gas of poison from the domesticated flower. Namzu awoken in a dungeon, with the upper part of his tongue cut off. A bright entity, Anu, spoke to him. "Now begins your second challenge, one in the arena for freedom." The door swung open, and with it brightness and cheering. On the sandy arena floor were men with a lizard head, armed with bronze swords, and in the back stood the corrupted king, Irara. But before he could react, the king turned into a large scorpion-like creature and swallowed the 5 men up whole. Namzu, shooken, unsheathed his blade of dragon scales and ready to hit it. He fought with the beast long and hard, but 'twas impossible to kill with its impenetrable skin. Seemingly out of nowhere, he heard a whisper from his heart, hit him in between the plates of his skin. Namzu then quickly dashed to the side of the beast and struck him with all its might. The beast then collapsed and crumpled. All Namzu now heard was the crowd screaming his name. He then grabbed Irara's crown and yelled in a new, unfound voice that he could be heard from 200 leagues away. "I shall make right from what has been wronged for so many years already. I crown myself king of this city." Ishtar later seduced Namzu and nabbed his heart, making herself his wife. They ruled the kingdom for many months before having a child together, naming him Hamwawa. Namzu subsequently dreams of the gods having a conversation long ago. Anu: "He has slain the corrupt king. I shan't believe it." Shamash: "We shall punish him for this nonsense." Ishtar: "I shall seduce him, and he will take me as his wife." Shamash: "Yes, we will make him believe that he is safe ruling his kingdom, and then we will send one final challenge when he least expects it."
After his coronation as king, he and his family moved into the palace. After doing so, Namzu told his son to choose the biggest room in the palace. After a few months of being king, Namzu feels as though the kingdom is finally at peace and wishes that it lasts forever. But there is a sudden tremor in the kingdom, which knocked him back from his balcony on the floor of his bedroom. When he gains consciousness back, he sees his wife and his son gone without a trace. "Ishtar, where are you? Humwawa, where have you fled?" Namzu goes to try to find his son and check if he is alive, but cannot find him. Grief then strikes Namzu and goes outside of the palace to look for his son and wife. But as he goes out, 3 children come up to him and tell him a large man-like beast with wings carried him away. The beast told the children to seek Namzu and inform him to come to the highest peak in his kingdom. There he will find his son and his son's captor. Namzu strided up the mountain at speed where he created after images. He then found there to be a half-man, half-animal beast standing 12 feet tall. The beast claimed to be Ishtar, his wife. Namzu, filled with confusion and distraught, first denied her claims. He then curses and questions his own ruling of the kingdom. My glorious king, you seem to be dumbfounded. It's time to accept your fate and inevitable demise. Namzu accepts the challenge from his wife and tells his son to run back home as fast as possible. As dawn falls, Namzu and Ishtar battle to the death. Through Namzu's blade and Ishtar's claws, the battle lasted 3 days. Finally, Namzu's blade struck her eye and blinds Ishtar for a moment. For that moment of opportunity, Namzu recoils his blade and whips a final blow. With the battle seeming over, Ishtar then opens the portal to the underworld, pulling Namzu within. Ishtar then laughs. Ha! Mere mortal, you have fallen to the depths of your own death. Now face your retribution. Namzu realizes his fate, grabs Ishtar by the grip of the gods, and drags her with him. Namzu then states, "If you bring me down, you shall be pulled into the depths of hell with me." Ishtar struggles, screams at Namzu to let go and cease. As the gates to underworld close, Namzu understood that light shall never touch his skin forevermore. During his final moments, he then states a roar that is heard 1,000 leagues. My son shall rule in my place.